Hey, what's up guys? Hinkgo here. We got the new Heroes of the Storm 2.0 launch notes that launched today. Decided to go over them real quick. See what's new in the Nexus. Alright, for starters we have Genji, which I'm sure everyone already knows about. We'll go through this kind of quick. Since they had beta launch notes are basically the same. And you obviously knew the hero. He's out. The beta's been out for maybe a month, maybe a little over a month. We got the mega bundles, which came out today. Anyone who wants to log in can log in and get basically a free mega bundle. What they're saying is you have between April 25th and May 22nd, they'll give you 100 gems, and a mega bundle costs 100 gems. So it's pretty much a free, maybe 15, 20 heroes, something like that. So definitely log in and get that if you guys haven't done it. A really cool thing too, the Nexus Challenge 2.0. It says, starting with the launch of Heroes 2.0 and lasting until May 22nd, all players will receive the Nexus Challenge 2.0 quest chain. So in a nutshell, this is basically going to give you 4 quests per week, and or 1 quest per 4 weeks, I should say. Basically, just complete 5 games, complete 5 games, complete 5 games, and 5 games each week. The first week's going to give you some Overwatch rewards, which same ones we got last year, and a couple Heroes rewards. Like I think the newer ones are probably like the spray, the banner, ONG Guinea Banger. I think we've already got the bike from last year. Let's see. The week after, Overwatch, basically you'll get the Diva skin. Heroes will get a Diva motorcycle or hovercraft, by the way. She's the new hero. In case you haven't saw yet, spoiler alert. Sorry about that. Anywho, Quest 3. Like I said, just 5 games pretty much. You get an Officer Diva portrait and a spray in Overwatch, and Heroes get some cool stuff now. Overwatch Next Gun Mount, Officer Diva banner, portrait, and spray, which is really nice. And then, obviously, we get these beautiful chests at quest number 4. It says 10 loot chests, one of them is rare, so that's pretty nice. So definitely get those quests knocked out. And they mentioned on the launch event today that if you just happen to skip first week, skip second week, third week, and you start on the 4th week, it's still okay to get these rewards that you may have missed, but you'll have to pretty much play catch up. Like, you can't start on quest 3 or quest 4. You have to always do quest 1, quest 2, quest 3, quest 4. So if you want to do them all in the last week, which is fine, or you can start them in the 3rd week, knock out 1, 2, and 3, then do the 4th week. So if you want to take it nice and easy, just start it today or whenever, and eventually you'll get it done. But if you want to rush it all at once, you can do that at the very end. So anyone who's logged in today should already realize you got a whole bunch of loot chests. You got complete at least 1 heroes match, you get 5 chests. And every 10 player levels you get 1 epic chest, 55 maximum. And every 100 player levels you get 1 veteran loot chest, 10 maximum. I got 69 loot chests on my launch today, which I think got a video come out about that too. Had a little fun time with my friend. And we basically just opened a whole bunch of loot boxes. I think I opened 69 and then another 25, so it's pretty fun. Looks like our new general PC minimum specifications have been upgraded. So nothing's changed for me. So if this may or may not be important to you guys. If you got an older computer, it probably will still run, but it's going to be a little more hardware dependent these days. The new hero, we won't go over the hero now, but you can see he's got a nice little stuff. You want to pause it, you can go ahead and check it out that way. We're just going to get into the, there's videos on new hero Genji, which I'll eventually do one as well, because he's pretty fun. I think I got mine to like 6 or 7 right now. And new Battleground, which I've only done twice today. It's pretty hectic, but pretty fun too. And we'll go over that on a different day. I'm mostly just curious about what the changes are to the game, excluding 2.0 changes. New progress system, which I'm sure you guys know about. No longer player capped at level 40 is probably the most important thing. You're going to basically have all your heroes levels plus your level 40, and you're basically paragoning at this point, which is similar to their Diablo 3 type of leveling style, which is really fun. Here, progression updates. Here's no longer capped at 20, so they also paragon as well, on top of the U paragoning. They've changed the way the XP works to the heroes, so earlier levels it's going to take a little bit harder, and then later on levels it's mostly evened out, for XP anyway. You get different loot chests at different progression rewards, like every 5 levels you get a loot chest, Every 10 hero levels, you get hero-specific loot chests, etc. And this is pretty much all addressed in the 2.0 video they put out, and their event as well. Another cool things they added to the game: legendary skins, announcers, voice lines, banners, sprays, emoji packs, portraits, shards. I won't go too much into this because I got a video coming out, and you'll pretty much see it firsthand what's going on with all this stuff. Like I said, we're just mostly skimming through, and we're going to get to the hero changes shortly. Got player level progression rewards. You can see what I was saying a moment ago. You just see here, rare loot chest every 5 levels. You get epic loot chest every 25 levels. And I think the epic loot chest is guaranteed to get a rare item, I believe it said. You see every 5 player levels, which is you, not your heroes. You get 1,000 gems, which is nice. Gems are used to purchase featured items and heroes. Every 10 player levels, you get 7 day stim pack. Nice. Yeah, I think I logged in today, and I have about 2 months and 12 days of stim pack, so I have a lot of playing to do. I'm looking forward to it. Got a whole collection system. Basically, all your items and skins and everything's in one tab now. Very convenient for you. Your gold's pretty much going to be used now for rerolls on chests. You can do up to 3. And purchasing heroes. That's pretty much it. You'll still get the same gold for like daily quests and stuff like that. The Heroes Brawls, I believe, is a loot chest now. I don't know why it's still there, but as far as I know, it's only going to be a loot chest from the Hero Brawls. But maybe, at least this week anyways, definitely a loot chest. But we'll see. Crafting material shards. See, any duplicates you get, like let's say you have a Kerrigan skin or whatever, you're going to get, if it's that same tent, you're going to get a shards for this time. And eventually the shards can be used to basically make everything in the game, which is really nice, excluding, I believe, like rank rewards, and I would say like even sometimes, I didn't see the Void Speeder in there, and that's like a collector's edition reward for the StarCraft stuff. So maybe certain things like that collector's edition items won't be, you can't create those, similar to the ranked items. Oh, also the holiday stuff I didn't notice as well in the thing, so they're probably going to keep those in holiday bundles. Says we got new items. New items listed below have been added to the collection. Oh, I see. They added a new skin for these two and new hero with the skins. New bundles. They got the Zarya bundle, which is pretty nice. Genji bundle. And the Sakura Ariel bundle, which is pretty nice. I actually got that skin in a chest today, so I'm pretty excited about that. Skin variations, mount variations, match skins are all basically separated now, is what it's saying here. And that's pretty much it for the actual 2.0 extra stuff. Because like I said, we're mostly just getting into the nitty gritty of the patch notes, which are my favorite thing. Like, I think the Uther changes came in this one too, so I'm looking forward to that. Says seasonal items. Some existing holiday themed skins and mounts, including Winter Veil, Hallow's End, Lunar Festival, and seasonal items, will only be unlockable during those in-game events, which is what we figured. Unlock seasonal and holiday themed items during the associated in-game events via loot chest drops or by forging them with shards. So actually, you can make them with shards during the event. That's really cool. Good to know. All right, let's see. It looks like the attack move target point has been changed. Attack move target point has been added to the gameplay options. If enabled, attack move default A plus left click concentrates on the closest enemy to the target point. If disabled, so this is pretty much at default. This is how it is now. If disabled, attack move concentrate to the closest enemy to your hero. So it looks like simply this is the default how it is, and you can disable it, they're saying now. Disabling it, and then you can just attack move to the nearest hero or nearest enemy, so it could be anybody. I guess this would be more if you want to micro, let's say there's a minion next to your hero instead of, let's say there's a hero here, then there's a minion here and you're here. Instead of attack command and then this area ground, you'll be hitting this guy. So instead, if you turn it off, you'll be hitting the minion, I guess. Seems okay. I mean, I won't really mess with that personally. Quest log, progression log. Yeah, this is really cool. The progression log down at the bottom right of your game. You'll see this hero is almost level so-and-so, and you get a loot chest. They got, I think, the closest 3 they'll show for you. So that's pretty nice for the quest log. different loadouts. They added a loadout screen, which we'll get into in the other video I've already got done. Just gotta throw it together for you. Player profiles. We'll go through this as well. Hero collections, match history, statistics, portraits. Basically, they did a huge overhaul of this, and it looks really, really nice. Mastery taunts. Every taunt using a hero that has reached level 15, you get a mastery taunt. Basically, visual effects will be put over your hero's head every time you taunt, and it looks like 25, 50, 75, and 100. So every 25 levels, you get a new taunt, and I believe I remember them saying it's going to continue on basically forever, but they've only made up to this far so far. The visuals. Okay, Heroes Brawl, completing matches, and Heroes Brawl will now award XP, which is really nice. I never used to award XP before. Not sure why it didn't, but thankfully it does now. Divide it, if you, for example, if you choose multiple heroes right here, let's say you have a Nova and a Gazlowe. If you pick both those, the XP will be divided evenly amongst those two. If you just pick Nova twice, obviously the XP will just go to the Nova. Completing the weekly Heroes Brawl quest will now award a loot chest rather than a portrait or gold, which is what I thought. But earlier above, I don't know why it said the other thing. Maybe it's just a typo. In-game UI. The in-game chat box has been slightly lowered and more visibility for center screen, which is nice. I didn't like people chatting a whole bunch in the screen. Pretty much just take up the whole center of my map, which I didn't like. Expression wheels, default X. Shows you your taunts, your dances, your voice lines, your sprays. Also, you can use spray with T for tag. It's a quick hot command for that, and it works similar to the way your G worked. We hold down G and you can tell them that you're on your way or to defend and stuff like that. Looks like they updated the art a little bit. This is nice. Visual effects that indicate movement speed bonuses have received updates, which is pretty cool. So you can see them when they have their movement speed. I think I noticed that a little bit today with Genji. I had a 30% increased speed after my dash, and I do like the visual effects. Makes me know that I'm running a little faster. At least it feels that way. Sprays have received additional polish that should help them feel more integrated with the battleground environments. That probably was a beta change. They might have needed something done there. I didn't play too much in the beta. I wanted to save it all for actual launch. Ooh, tested our nullification talent, received updated visual effects. Alright, so what do we got here? Following battlegrounds have received minor number layout improvements. Looks like they are talking about they pretty much pruned some bushes or removed them completely. So I noticed, just randomly watching some videos, that like Dragonshire, if you go south, there's usually these two bushes right before you get to that bottom lane. Well, they're no longer there. So there's probably a few changes throughout all these. I'll have to go inside game and check them out for myself. This is what we're looking for. Looks like they added some Valir changes. They finally probably nerfed her. People were complaining about her a lot. Probius changes. Man, I like the new Probius. Alright, let's just get into it. Eviscerate damage has been reduced. That's unfortunate. Death from above teleport range has been reduced. Probably won't really do much. Cold Blood has been removed. Cold Blood was really strong. It says, in an effort to reduce the frustration of playing against Valeera, they're referring to the hundreds and maybe even thousands of posts they probably get every day about Valeera ruining QM, which it sucks that, for QM not everyone has the vision talents and stuff, but at the same time, in Hero League and Team League, she's very easily countered. So this is just going to hurt her even further in Hero League and Team League. But we'll see. We'll see what they say. We're reducing her burst damage potential, especially in quick match when counter picking isn't an option. The ability for Stealth Assassin with disabling effects and high burst isn't fun or healthy for a game. We're toning it down some. So I don't think it's going to hurt her too much in quick match. She's pretty much just going to be the same. I think a bigger issue with her is that she has a lot of health. So I don't know, I think compared to some other like tanky heroes, she almost has the same health as them. But it looks like they're definitely wanting to reduce the burst, which, like I said, in quick matches, this is really going to be nothing. Cold Blood was really strong. Certain builds didn't even require this, so this is kind of irrelevant too, I think. But I don't think anything's going to change really with QM. People are still going to complain about her. But in Hero League, she's just hurt even further. But thankfully, we don't play her too much in Hero League. Photon Cannon can now be self-cast. Interesting. Didn't even know that was a I don't know. For me, I always try and keep my cannons either safe or aggressive. I never really tried to put it on top of myself, but okay, you can do that now. Aerial support, resurrect, new functionality. Okay. Increase the cooldown from 70 to 120 seconds. Ruh-roh, that's not good. It was a really, least picked talent, so they're increasing the cooldown. And to compensate, they're reducing the channel time, which is okay, I guess, from 3 to 0.5 seconds, so it's almost an instant 0.5 seconds res. Added a 5-second delay between the finish cast and the hero come back to life. So what this says to me is they got a longer cooldown, but you don't have to cast it basically anymore. And the hero's going to come back to life as normal, but after a 5-second delay. The issue with this talent, and now it's going to make it worse, so I don't know why they're adding this, I'll be honest. The issue with this talent isn't the fact that it's a bad talent, it's the fact that when you res them, they res where they're at, and they'll basically get 2 kills. Like, the enemy team can kill him twice. They'll kill him once he's res, and they'll kill him again, or they'll kill him once, basically 2 deaths. So that's, I think, personally, that was the main issue with it. Maybe if you resed them either behind you, like if they were in front and you resed, then they automatically teleported them behind, that would be okay. But I don't know if this is going to help us at all. This is cool that it's faster for sure, but they literally can see them, just count 5 seconds and it'll be up, and then just put your damage over time, your burst or whatever, you got your AoE, and they're dead again. Yeah, that's also on the Ariel for picking the proper res times, but don't know how I feel about that. Definitely don't like the increased cooldown either. Level 20 light speed, new functionality. Remove the increased health upon reviving. Now cause the cooldown resurrect to recharge armors faster while previous target is alive. I guess that's okay. Pretty much you res a guy, and then the longer they're alive, the faster you get your cooldown back, I guess. Pretty much just lowers the cooldown by half is what it looks like to me. Brightwing Soothing Mist trait now displays a range, so they're similar doing it to the way Lucio works, which is actually pretty good. I like this a lot. It kind of doesn't make me sort of force always pick that increased range talent at the beginning, because I can always just see it now, so I like this change a lot. Uther, this was a big Uther patch. Remove passive armor, base maximum health increased, health regen increased. They're making him a little more tanky, which I like. Well, they're compensating for the armor reduction, it looks like, but still. I like to see a little tankier guy. Well, we need a tanky healer, I think. Holy Light, healing amount reduced, and to compensate, they're throwing basically a beacon of light on yourself. So you pretty much got Tyranda's heal, but it looks like a lot more. Holy Radiance, healing amount reduced, and mana cost reduced. So it looks like it says now matches the damage. They're pretty much, they don't want to mess with numbers too much, I think. And to compensate for the lesser heal, they're making it, to me, the 60 to 65 isn't really too much to me. So we'll have to see in-game. Definitely have to try them in-game to see how this works out. Looks like your trait's been changed. When Uther heals anyone with the basic ability, they gain 25 armor for 2 seconds. Doesn't stack with itself. So that's something neat and a new little mechanic you can get from 25 armor is nothing to joke about. That's basically 25% damage reduction. Looks like they got rid of Conjurer's Pursuit. Wave of Light no longer has a cap in the mana return and cooldown reduction amounts, so that's nice. Now grants the benefits when enemy heroes are damaged. So this talent at level 1, Wave of Light. Okay, so it's a quest talent. Each hero heal or damage 60 heroes with Holy Radiance, and you get increased duration of internal devotion armor effect to 3 seconds. So it basically adds 1 extra second of that 25% damage reduction. So that's really good. Hammer of the Lightbringer. It's another quest one. Hit 75 heroes with basic attacks. Every time you do basic attack, it restores 1.5% of your maximum mana. After you're done with the quest, basic attacks reduce the cooldown of Hammer of Justice by 1 second. So that's cool. I'm not a big fan of the new Hammer of Justice though, so I probably won't ever take this. I don't like how it's 0.75 seconds. Especially when you got like a hero like Valera, who can stun you for what, 2 seconds? 2.5? I can't remember. It feels like they went through and nerfed a bunch of the stuns, and then newer hero came out, and then she's got a pretty good stun. I think if anyone should have a good stun, it should be this character. And then that will be kind of its, niche type of thing. Fist of Justice removed. Okay, so they just changed the name of it. Okay. New quest. Silver Touch. Reduce damage taken from heroes using Eternal Devotion's armor effect. After reducing 40 source of hero damage, reduce the mana cost of Holy Light by 20. After reducing 80 source of hero damage, reduce the mana cost of Holy Light by an additional 20, and increase the cast range by 50%. So this is a really cool talent. It looks like that new trait every time it pops that 25 armor up, and you continually reduce the damage. You have a cheaper mana cost, which is really nice, and increased range, which is also really nice. So this might be a really good talent. I really like the Wave of Light talent as well. I'll have to check that out in game. Beacon of Light, move to 16. Now, while below 50% health, Uther receives 200% more healing when healing others with Holy Light. So that just increases self-heal when he heals someone else. Casting Hammer of Justice increases Uther's movement speed by 20% for 3 seconds, which is really nice. So that's something cool too. We'll have to check those out. Let's see, Holy Fires, move to 4. Damage reduced, okay. New Armor of Faith trait, Holy Light recharges 100% faster for 6 seconds while Uther is stunned. Rooted or silenced, interesting. New Guardian of Ancient Kings, healing a stunned, rooted, or silenced target with a basic ability. Increase the armor bonus of Eternal Devotion from 25 to 75. Wow, this is really strong. Basically, if they're stunned, rooted, or silenced, which, you know, there's quite a different amount of people. Let's say maybe at least 5 I can think of off the top of my head that have stuns. And, you know, obviously the roots and the silences too, that can just, the numbers will go up. So 75% damage reductions are really strong. So you want to throw this on them either as soon as they get stunned, because you know the burst is coming. That's actually, you know, instead of waiting until they get hurt to get the heal in. Or you could, you know, if you play enough Uther, you can math it out right. They got a new talent, Guardian of the Ancient Kings for your trait. Healing a stunned, rooted, or silenced hero with a basic ability increases the armor bonus of Eternal Devotion from 25 to 75. So anytime they go in, let's say Butcher charges in with a burst or a stun, you know he's going to burst afterwards. And by throwing a heal on him, they'll take 75% damage reduction. That's really strong. Hand of Protection active. Activate to make the target unstoppable. So it's the cleanse. Cannot be cast on yourself. 90-second cooldown. That's a huge cooldown. Basic attacks reduce the cooldown by 5 seconds. Okay, so that's interesting. It looks like you got the basic cleanse where they're making it special. Calling it Hand of Protection. Huge cooldown. I think it's like 30 seconds more than normal. But every time you attack somebody, it takes 5 seconds off, which is nice. And that can go in with some, you know, talents from earlier too. Basic attack, damage returning, mana, and stuff like that. 13, you got Blessed Champion. Healing from basic attacks reduces... Healing from basic attacks reduced 20% to 15% of Holy Light, but is calculated from the combined total Holy Lights, ally, and self-heal. So anytime you're healing from basic attacks... Let's see. Healing from basic attacks reduced from 20% to 15%. I don't understand that. It looks like they reduced your healing from basic attacks, but then calculated it from the total of the Holy Lights, ally, and self-heal. I'll have to get in game to try that out. It's a little complicated for me. It's kind of late here. Holy Shock, move to level 4. No longer increases the value of Uther's next Holy Light, but instead refunds 45 mana when cast on an enemy. So, Holy Shock still heals Uther for 200 if cast on an enemy. That's really cool that you still get the heal. It's kind of like Arthas' Death Coil now. Looks like it heals you for quite a bit and gives you some mana back, which is nice. Shrink Ray removed. Looks like they've changed Shrink Ray to Well Met. Hammer of Justice also reduces enemy heroes' movement speed by 25% and damage by 25% for 3 seconds. Okay, so I'm okay with the stun. I was talking about it earlier. Because now it's basically a poor man's Shrink Ray, but on a really nice cooldown, because I don't think his cooldown's that long. It looks like they got a new talent here. Hitting an allied hero with Holy Radiance increase their healing received 40% for 6 seconds. It's beautiful. It's a really good talent. Level 20, Eternal Devotion armor can now stack twice. Each new application will refresh the duration of both armor effects. So that's really cool. I'm really happy they added a new thing to level 20. I feel like a lot of the time it's almost, I wouldn't say mandatory, but you take that revive, but then if you don't really die, you don't really need it. So what else is there? You know, but this will actually help out quite a bit. You can get your armor stacked to twice. It's 50% damage reduction. And each new application will refresh the duration of both armor effects. That's really strong. I don't think it's definitely going to have a cooldown, because your cooldowns are long enough already, but it's still really cool. So the developer comment, with Uther's rework, want to play up to his ability to be a disruptive frontline presence, keep his role as an anti-burst healer, but maintain the weaknesses of not having great sustained healing. By making Holy Light always heal Uther, he doesn't mind as much when he takes damage from being up there. Having his abilities apply armor is a great way to make him an effective support against teams with predictable damage, while having lower healing per second compared to other supports. Ideally, you'll pick Uther when your team could use a stronger front line, when your opponents are very reliant on disabling effects, or when the enemy team has predictable incoming damage. So this is definitely going to be something we're going to look into, because Uther, I liked him and he kind of fell out for a while, so we'll see. Some of the changes look pretty cool, so we'll definitely have to check them out. Warrior Nubrak. Burrow Charge, hovering over this ability will now show the range, as well as the affected area when he comes out. Okay, cool. Locust Swarm, a range indicator will now, so they got the Lucio thing going, the range indicator. Hovering over this ability will show the range. Okay, awesome. And they fixed a bunch of bugs. Doesn't look like any of them stand out to me right now. You guys can pause too if you want to look at the rest of this. Let's see, a whole bunch of bugs actually. And that's pretty much it looks like. Hotkeys, control groups. Hero's Brawl requires 2 matches instead of 3, so they fixed that. Kill feed, no longer display blank portraits, that was an issue. Yeah, most of them are just like minor issues, like the Butcher's brand, visual effects, no longer persist. So, yeah, overall I've been in, Ripple there, that's funny. So overall, really awesome patch. Obviously, it's super awesome because of the 2.0 launch, the new collection system, reward system, leveling up system, new hero map, which we'll get into later. And these updates for the heroes, we're definitely have to go in and try them out to get a full effect on them. I'm really liking, I don't think the Valera one is going to be a big issue too much in quick match. I'm really liking these Uther changes, so we'll have to check him out for sure. So that was pretty much it for the 2.0 launch patch notes. And I went ahead and took a break from playing 2.0 to read these out because I wanted to check on, I wanted to play the Uther, I wanted to play the Ariel with her Resurrect just to see how it is. So I wanted to read them before I went in and try those heroes, so I figured it's a good time then to check them out. And if you guys didn't get a chance to check them out, well, here's a video for you to help you out, give you my thoughts on it, and maybe you got your own thoughts too, you could share in the comments below. But anywho guys, I'm going back to 2.0, so see you guys in the Nexus.